What are you doing, Bentley? Hey guys, this is Jason, and you're watching Ray of Light Tarot. It's Hump Day. It's Wednesday. What are you doing? Y'all ready to do this? We're about to do some mini readings for fun, and we're about to do a live drawing to see who will win a free 30-minute reading. And my dog is tripping tonight. He's tripping. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're having a nice evening. I hope you've had a nice midpoint of your week, right? It's Hump Day. So we love Hump Day here at Ray of Light Tarot. It's one of our favorite days of the week. It just is, right? It's Hump Day. So anyway, I've just got a couple names on the list. Actually, if you want to get added to the list, it's open. I am going to go ahead and do the drawing here in a minute. So if you want to get in on the drawing, you don't have much time. I'm going to go over, I'm going to wait for everybody to kind of roll in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and read all the names as I put them into the translucent pink picture. Would we call this a translucent pink picture? Is that what we would call it? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to read the names. So how it works is the mini reads are $20 like usual. And then it's $25 to get added to the drawing, to get a mini read with the oracle card and to get added to the drawing. But we're just really about to wrap that up and do the drawing. So I'm going to hang out for a minute and we'll get started. You know? I do have two names on the list for the actual mini readings tonight, though. I'm going to read those off. I've got Kristin K and Delia L. I've got you two on the list for tonight to actually receive a mini reading. And we will get to that. We'll go ahead and do those in just a minute. Actually, I need to burn some stuff. Let's burn some stuff. So we'll do that. And hello, Hannah Witt. Nice to see you. Hey, Rebecca. Welcome. Nice to see you. We're going to do the drawing for the free reading in just a few minutes, Rebecca. I know you're on the list for that. How's your day? I can't complain. I can't complain. How about you? Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Got that white sage burning. Hey, Debbie. Nice to see you. Why don't I have you on my list? You should be on my list, shouldn't you, Debbie? I need to write your name down. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Kristin. Hello, Goldie. Kristin, I have you on the list. And so what we're going to do, here's what we're going to do, guys. The list is not long at all, but you need to listen. Here's the deal. I'm about to do a drawing, Madison. So if you want to get in on the drawing to win a free 30-minute reading, potentially, you want to, yeah. I only have 2 people on the list for tonight, but we're carrying that over. And I've got 9 people right now in the drawing. If you send $20, you can get a question like we normally do. If you send $25, you get in on the drawing to potentially win a free 30-minute reading as well. So it's up to you what you want to do, guys. But right now, that's what we're doing. So anyone who wants to get in on the drawing and get a question, let me know now if you're doing it, because I'm going to go ahead and finish writing out these little slips with people's names on them to give you a chance. So you're going to send 25, Madison, so I'll get you on there. And Debbie, didn't you do 25? I don't have you on my slips, but you did 25. You should have been on my list the other night, right, Debbie? Am I wrong? Sunday night? I'm going to read the names, guys. Yeah, I thought so. I'm not trying to give her something she didn't earn. Okay, guys? She did. I thought you did. Let me make sure I didn't have you. Yeah, I've got. Okay, so I'm just going to read these, you guys. Here's what I've got. Yeah, same thing, Nora. I don't know if you heard what I just said. If you want to just get on the list to ask a question, it's the $20 to the Cash App, $ Ray of Light Tarot. If you want to get on and be part of the drawing to potentially win a 30-minute reading, it's $25. But I'm cutting that off at 12 people, and right now we've got 9, 10. If Madison we've got 10. So I can only take 2 more. If anybody else wants to get on that, let me know now. That's an extra $5 to get in on the drawing to potentially win a free 30-minute. All right? And I'm putting you in, Madison. Let me see if your payment came through. No, it hasn't come through yet, but I'm going to go ahead and put you in. I'm sure by the time we do the drawing, it will. Okay. Let's do this, guys. Let's do it like this. You know what I'm going to do? just to give a chance for anyone else. Now that I've said that, we're 5 minutes in. I've given everyone a fair chance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one reading. I'm going to do Kristin's reading, and then we'll do the drawing, okay? Because that'll just take about 5 minutes. Give Madison and anyone else a chance to get their 25 in. And then we'll do the drawing, and then I'll go ahead and do the readings for other people who are left. Madison, I've got also Delia, you're on the list. So I'm going to go ahead and read the people that I have so far that are going to be in the drawing. Delia, and I fold these twice, once, twice, and then I throw it in. Kimberly M, once, twice. Shannon H, once, twice. Janice P, once, twice. We're folding these things twice. That's how we do it here. And then I've got Valerie S, twice folded. Holding Madison. I didn't see. Hold on. Yeah, Madison, yours came through. So Madison, you're once, twice, 3 times a lady, and I love you. Is that Lionel Richie? Steve Y, once, twice. You know what my favorite Lionel Richie song is? Truly. Girl, tell me only this, Debbie, that I have your heart for always, and you want me by your side, whispering the words. Here we go. We got Rebecca W. There you are, Rebecca, all natural Rebecca. I'll always love you. Kristin K. And last but not least is Lavinia. Is there anybody else who is sending $25 to get in on the drawing? Let me know in the chat, okay? Because we're gonna have to get you added to this. But I'm gonna go ahead and do your reading now, Kristin, and then we'll pull from this, okay? So let's do Kristin's reading real quick. What's your question, Kristin? Hey, Darcy, nice to see you. Okay, Nora, you're going to get on the drawing as well. When I see, I'm going to do Kristin's question, do her reading, and then I'm sure we will have received your payment by then. I'll check it, and we'll get you added as well, Nora, okay? So let's go ahead. Kristin, what is your question, my dear? And you want me by your side, whispering the words, I'll always love you and forever. Okay, how does Tony 124 feel about me? Okay, you want to know what you should do. Show me the connection between Kristin and Tony, please. Show me what that's all about. What's the potential outlook for that? Just, you know, it's funny. Sometimes without even pulling cards, I get some pretty clear messages. And right off the bat, something that I felt was this connection is a really strong one. Obviously, there's some really strong energies there between the two of you. And I do feel like there's some real potential there, because anytime a connection is that strong that I can feel it like that right away, there's potential. I do feel like there's going to be some trouble organizing. Like I think there's a lot of, the confusion isn't whether it's a strong connection. The confusion is about like both being on the same page about what you want, or what you both want, and communicate. You got to really communicate that honestly. You know, when it comes to things like that, you can't be playing control games or anything. Nobody can. I'm saying, like, neither party. You have to really speak from the heart and be really honest about how you envision your future and your life and what you're looking for. Because, you know, we can build a future with more than one person. The options are there, right? But when you have a strong connection, you know, you need to lay it out there and just see, does that person want the same things as you? What's the outlook for them? Strength card. That's Leo energy. The strength card is really about balance, first and foremost. It's also about not just balance within yourself, but it's about balance within the relationship. Your role and that other person's role really being, you know, it's like a need for both people to really be centered. This also can represent if this person is a very fiery energy, if this is someone who kind of leads with that wands energy, which is fiery, sometimes not very good at long-term commitment. You know, the thing is, you got to see like, and that's past me. That's not me now. That's past me. But you got to see like, can you sort of help tame that by, and it's not that you have to do something to tame the other person by centering. If you're meant to be with someone, when you center and balance, the more you center and balance your energy, the more their energy centers and balance, and then you sort of move toward each other in a very natural dance. So that's a really special thing. You've also got the Knight of Pentacles. So I think, again, I don't know that this person knows what they want right now, right? There may be a little confusion about that. I get the sense there is. There's either confusion about what is wanted or expressing honestly what they want. So I'm not sure where that gauge falls, but it's somewhere in there. But with the Knight of Pentacles, it almost feels like the energy is like a promise. I kind of get the sense there's a little bit of a promise from Source that this person's worth kind of, I don't want to say waiting because I hate to tell anyone to wait for somebody because my God, life is short and you got to go live. But it almost feels like this person is definitely worth, have a little hope and a little faith, have a little faith in the possibilities of the future. The way things are right now doesn't mean that that's going to stay there. They're going to stay that way. In fact, the one sure thing is change, right? So you can always have hope in the future, even if you're in really bad place with somebody. There's always, especially where there's a lot of love, then there's really hope. If there's a willingness to change and grow, and there's love, anything can happen, right? Love can really move mountains in that case where there's a willingness to grow and change and be a better person each day, not looking back. But the Knight of Pentacles is someone who's going to do that, and they're going to bring stability and sort of reliability in spades to the relationship, but it might not come in time if you're not willing to wait, or if you don't have the patience, or maybe you just are not, some people are like, look, women, men, whatever, like it's women, but men feel this way too. Like the biological clock is ticking, we're not getting any younger. Let's go, 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 go. And if you can't get on board with what I'm trying to do, sayonara, have a nice life, peace. But ultimately, yes, there's a strong connection here. With the Strength card, there's a potential for things to go well. Someone's having trouble letting go of a past cycle. The Ten of Wands says that's a big issue with this connection. It's not so much knowing what you want or communicating that. Someone's having trouble letting go or clearing their energy of a past cycle that really should be over by now. It's the Ten of Wands. That's finito, right? That's it. It's finito. It's done. Somebody's not letting it be done. I don't know if it's you or him or both of you, or if it has nothing to do with only one of you. Some energy has got to just be like, that's got to be packed away, whatever that is. Trust the signs, follow the signs. You've got a lot of signs leading you in the right direction. You also need to try to keep, like I said, really speak openly from an emotional place about what you want. Someone's in kind of this Swords energy that can be a little bit, the Page of Swords is kind of like a watcher, almost like a little bit of a stalker energy, but it's not really like a dangerous or an unhealthy, it's not even an unhealthy energy. It's just someone checking up to see how someone they care about is. But just be aware. Yeah, and let me just say this, guys. A lot of like twin soul people, you meet someone, twin souls come into each other's lives to shake things up, right? So you meet someone when one or both of you is going to be in another relationship usually. That's usually the case. And I was just talking to somebody about this, doing a reading a few minutes ago. If someone's going through a divorce, they're probably not at their best. They're probably not feeling their most confident. A divorce, whether you want to leave a marriage or not, even when you're at a point where you don't want to be with someone anymore, that divorce and that breakup, that's still a blow to your self-esteem, because at one point you did love that person and want to make it work, or you wouldn't have married them, right? And so you're not at your best then. And so if that's where someone's at, trying to let go of a spouse, it's really the best thing for you to just really pull up as far out of that energy as you can and just sort of let those dominoes fall, right? Let that house of cards fall and let the dust clear, because there's a need to rebuild self-esteem and, belief in oneself and all of that. And that's probably what that kind of Page of Swords energy is about. It's guidance for you also to just kind of take the hands-free approach, watch things unfold, learn a lot, be supportive. You can be very supportive energetically, emotionally, right? No matter how strong a connection is, it's never a good idea to be involved when there's a third party type situation, because someone's always going to get really hurt. And it's usually going to be, something that relationship can't recover from. You never know, because, love is love, but sometimes that can't recover from that kind of pain and hurt. So just have to see. But where there is love and a willingness to change, anything is possible. And this is a really strong connection. So step back and be an observer for a little while. That never hurts, right? Just be an observer and let things sort of see how things unfold. I think you're going to be really pleasantly surprised at the more you just let things happen. Don't try to have a role in decision making right now. All right. Where is, oh, here they are. Wait, no, that's not them. Where, oh, well, shit. Sorry, guys, excuse me. Where, oh, here they are. Okay. I'm going to pull an Angel of Atlantis card for you. Sorry, I couldn't find the cards. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 decks of cards out right in front of me on my little workspace here. So I'm sorry. You're welcome. Jeez, I'm such a moron. Okay. Shamael, Serenity, and Zafkiel, Ecstasy. I feel like this is a pretty clear-cut message. It's talking about what's going to lead you to that abundance, that happiness, that ecstasy is going to start with serenity. So right now you need to stop focusing on having the end-all and the be-all, where this relationship's going to go, and what happiness you can bring in. Because right now you're just not going to get that in full measure. It's not time for that. Right now it's time to find serenity and that inner peace and focus on that. And as you focus on that serenity and inner peace within you and sort of bringing yourself into balance and centeredness, that's going to allow this future of ecstasy and abundance and happiness and love and all the good stuff that comes with it. That can come in later. But right now the focus has to be on bringing in an energy of serenity. And that's the Taj Mahal, if you didn't recognize it. A great construction representing the love, human, romantic, passionate love, even agape love. But Shamael, Archangel Shamael, will assist you in bringing in that energy of serenity. And then also start talking to Archangel Zafkiel about that future, that ecstasy. And also, we're not just talking about ecstasy in that sense. Ecstasy is really a word that describes like the saints and a state that they would go in their prayer and meditation when, connecting to God or source energy. And so this is really about you and your connection to yourself and to source, right? To those higher powers. And as you focus on that, though, that's what leads to all the other good stuff that's really on, as human beings, the stuff we have on our mind, the frontal, right? The frontal lobe stuff, we're thinking about relationships and where's it going, and da-da-da-da-da. But it's really what's going to bring all that in the most beautiful and perfected way is doing that other stuff, focusing on that stuff within and the higher self stuff. And so do that, talk to those archangels, and I think you will find success, my dear, success. I call it success. Okay. Thank you. So what I want to do, did anyone else send $25? Do I have everyone in here that sent? Oh, Nora. I need to check on Nora. Did Nora's come through? Okay. Okay. I'm doing yours now, Nora. Nora C. So I've got you on the list now too. I'm putting you in the picture, and then we're going to do the drawing, and then I'm going to do Delia, Madison, and Nora. I'm going to do your readings. So I've got 3 more readings to do after we do the drawing. Okay? And if anyone else wants to get on the list for a reading, you can. Just let me know, and we will do that. So let's see who won. All right. Madison. Madison W. You just won a free 30-minute reading. Congratulations. So we will go ahead and do, you still get the mini reading that you paid for, but you've also won a 30 minutes. So we'll do that. I should be free to do that really anytime like Friday and beyond. So not a long wait on that. So yeah. Hey. Yeah, it's awesome. You've won before, haven't you? You little witchy witch. I'm just kidding. So, hey, what we're going to do is, the good news is there's kind of a surprise. For everyone who didn't win, you're still a winner. But no, also, I want to let you guys know, for those of you who didn't win, and anyone else who sends $25 for the mini readings, either tonight or on Friday, because I'm going to be back on Friday, and I'm also doing some other giveaways on Friday for fun, for Friday Night Live. I'm going to do one more drawing for another free 30-minute out of this. So you still have another chance to win on Friday for being such a good sport. So I hope you guys win. Someone else wins too. So check in on Friday, even if you can't be here Friday night. Check in on the replay to see if you who won the second freebie, because I'm going to give a second one away. So that's what's up. All right. So yeah, we'll get together on that, Madison. Next, I want to ask. Delia, what's your question? Delia, what's your question? Yes, you were on the list, Kim. What's the future hold for me? Did you pay for another reading for tonight, Kim? Is that what you were saying? I didn't see that one. Delia, I'm going to use the Cosmic Tarot. Kevin Langford, love and light, ray of light. Love your readings. Thank you, Kevin Langford. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I know a lot of you guys are waiting. Okay, Kim, thanks. I'll get you added to the list also. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for the zodiac readings, the soulmate zodiac sign readings to be up. I am going to be you're going to see a lot of those go up in the next couple of days, I promise. I just have a few things to catch up on still. I've got, like I said, some people that I've been trying to get caught up with, and I've just had some weird things come up and stop me. So I've got to get all my personals caught up. And once I've done that, I'm going to really try to rail through these zodiac soulmate readings to see what's up. All right, Delia. What's the future hold for Delia? What does the future hold for Delia that she needs to be aware of? Okay. Okay, so, I know this is like, ooh, the scary card. This isn't a scary card. The Tower did come out, and that's your major arcana. I don't think this is necessarily bad. I mean, it can be tough. The Tower is a tough energy. Nobody wants to see the Tower card, I feel like. There's something sort of coming to a halt or coming crashing down. But you know why towers have to come down? They only come down if they're not built on a firm foundation. So there's something that needs to come down that's maybe you've been wanting to come to an end, but you haven't had the courage to make it happen. I don't know what it's about. It could be anything. Relationship, finance, work, material world, family. There's something in your life. There's a storyline that needs to shift directions radically. And that's what this represents. It's a major shift coming in. It could have something that goes back to a really long time ago, because you've got these two energies that are young people energies, a man and a woman. So I'm not sure exactly what that is. It could be, I don't know if you have kids. Hey, Angel, nice to see you. I don't know if you have kids or if this represents your younger self. I think it's kind of representing your younger self. What's so interesting about this is you've got the princess and the queen, and then you've got the prince and the king. So there's these two energies of a man and a woman when they were younger. She was the queen of pentacles, but now she's the queen. She was the princess of pentacles, but she's grown into the queen of swords. So she went from this sort of abundant, stable energy, and now as she's gotten older and the situation's gotten older, she's feeling much more cutting. She's not feeling like putting up with a lot of BS from someone. And this man who was sort of very passionate when he was younger has become maybe a little boring, a little stiff, but reliable, dependable in the ways that really matter. Maybe not someone that is, I don't know. There's some weird energy here. So this could be about it could be about a marriage. It's definitely a really interesting story. But what you need to know is whatever the Two of Swords here at the bottom of the deck is, you see those two birds in that moon? This is a strong soul connection. You're aware of that already. But the things that the moon represent are you actually have a lot of shared heart space desires. They're not being communicated right. You guys are coming at each other from different energies. So you have to decide what you want, okay? I'm not sure where there's some this sort of background of this sort of couple, this sort of passionate couple. There's like, it feels like a little bit of resentment, and I'm not sure if it's toward your spouse or just toward yourself for something you didn't do. There's a lot of wistful energy here, and it's not any. It doesn't feel like there's really anyone to be blamed for it. There's been a lot of, here's the thing, guys. We have to be really careful. And before I say this, let me preface this by saying this, Delia, this is not. I'm not commenting on. This is not a commentary on your marriage at all. So don't take this as if it is. This is just in general. There are a lot of people who could be a potential life partner for us in our lives. But the reason we don't want to settle for someone who checks all the boxes, but we have these deep soul connections come into our life. The reason we do is not necessarily because you're supposed to end up with that person, but they're a template. I was talking in a reading earlier about this. They're a template, and they show you what you do want. You just want it to be reciprocal, very reciprocal. And so you can, source spirit will send you people that are kind of a test, like, oh, good on paper, da, da, da. But you don't want to go into a life partnership with someone like that, because you're going to end up with regrets, because if they're not that connection, that's the shebang, you're going to have regrets. I'm not saying that's Delia, but that just came up as part of a message for everyone. So there's such a message in those connections. Doesn't mean you're supposed to end up with the person you have that great connection with, but it means, okay, now I know what to look for and what to scratch off the list if they don't match that. Okay? And just because someone checks all the boxes, has a good job, can be a good provider, blah blah blah, if they don't fill you up, that's not a good, okay, if they don't reciprocate in a very special spiritual way that meets your needs like you would meet theirs, chuck it and say on to the next, because spirit will send you the one that you really want to go there with, but you can't settle. It's a test. Don't fall for it. You know what I mean? Don't fall for it. So anyway, there's a lot here, though, specifically back to Delia with this tower. Don't avoid it. Whatever this is that's kind of coming down, it's okay. It's okay, and you're going to be fine. The tower's a major arcana, and the universe is in charge here, and it's moving you to something better. Let's see what, I don't want to go into too much detail. This feels like it would get too personal anyway. So what I want to do is just go ahead and leave it at that, and I'm going to pull an Archangel card for you for guidance. Madison, get out of here. Get out of here, Madison. Oh my God, that's so funny. You're welcome, Delia. What message do you have for Delia from the Archangels of Atlantis? All right, let's see. You too, Rebecca, get on out of here. Madison has to stay because I got to read for her, but don't you add to this. Just teasing. Yeah, I have come to know you very well. You got some game in you, Madison. Okay, so you've got Archangel Uriel and Archangel Jophiel. Archangel Uriel, the energy of freedom, Jophiel, joy. You got to know this, and I need you to mod for me, Rebecca, and I appreciate it. You got to know this, Delia. You've got Archangel Uriel, and this energy is about freedom. So you're moving into a place of freedom coming in. This is like, maybe that's what the tower's about, and it could be about the marriage. It could be about something totally off topic, but there's freedom coming in, and it's leading to joy. You need to talk to Archangel Uriel and find out what this energy of freedom is. Is it necessary that you give up on something like that, or can it be incorporated into something that you're already committed to? I think it can, if that's what you want. I think that you are the decider, okay? Your higher self is the decider, and so what is this freedom that you need to really step into to allow true joy to come into your life in a very tangible and real way, right? You're going to go swimming with dolphins here, right? This is a great energy. It's just a very healing, it feels very voluptuous, right? And you know, voluptuous, just like there's a lot of twists and turns and just this beautiful path unfolding for you. And it is about freedom. You can take with you whoever you choose to take with you on that journey, though. Don't let anyone try to tell you you can't. So that's important. All right. Thank you so much, Delia. I wish you a lovely, lovely journey in whatever that tower turns out to be. So next is speak of the devil and the devil shall appear. Madison, what is your question, Madison? What is your question, Madison? May I still be on the list? Yeah, you have to send. It's a $20 love offering to the Cash App. It's $RayofLightTarot. $RayofLightTarot. And if you want to get on the drawing for Friday night, it's a $25 love offering. Go on, Madison. Throw your question at me. Throw it at me. Oh, wow. That's right. I forgot about that. You're welcome, Stephanie. I totally forgot about that, Madison. You are the devil in disguise. Listen, the devil is a great energy. There's a lot of light in that card. Luciferian, the light, the bringer of light. But not for me. Not for me. Not so much. Hello, dear. Hello, dear. Melinda is here. Guys, say hello to Melinda. Ask your question. Ask your question, Madison. No, of course I'm not behaving. Oh, I didn't see it. Hold on. Will you be able to get to my personal reading ordered before Christmas, please? Oh, actually, I think I'm going to refund you with that kind of attitude. You know, guys, I apologize and I apologize, but I don't like that. That was kind of rude, wasn't it? Send it again, Madison. I didn't see it. I saw you say I'm not a devil. You said I'm not a devil. I'm a cap cusp, so I'll take it. But I didn't see a question. Oh, did you approve it? I didn't see it. It didn't show up on my screen. Okay, so you just want to know what's up. Got it, got it, got it. I've been using this Cosmic Tarot, so I think I will continue that. What is this stream about? What does Madison need to know about her love life at this time? What is the most important thing Madison needs to know about her love life, what's coming in for her, and what she can do to assist in achieving her heart's desires? The Empress. Six of Cups. Thank you, Melinda. Ooh, Melinda, I started doing your Map of Destiny reading this morning. You've got some, it was really, I'll explain it in the next video that I'm going to have to do tomorrow, but it was very interesting what happened. Empress, Six of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the good, you know, this is when this happens, Madison, it's really interesting. This has been, okay, I was on a personal reading earlier, and something really, really interesting happened. I was asking about a specific love partner for someone, but everything came out really about them instead. And you've got a similar, yeah, Melinda, very interesting stuff. You've got a similar thing going. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. So you are, obviously things are shifting, but you've got the Empress card. So these two are both, you know, major arcana. And I think that what you want to understand is what's coming, what you're sort of on the verge of in your love life is something very special happening. There's some kind of, because for you, and it's, you know, it's always special things that happen and, you know, et cetera, but, you know, new people, exciting things coming in. This is about you and your growth. The Empress energy is an energy of, it's like, you know, I don't know if you've ever heard the Empress card referred to as like the Earth Mother. This is an energy where you're becoming and you're an earth sign or a cusp or a Capricorn energy. That's an earthy energy. This is about, it's like, it feels to me like it's you know how you plant something in the winter and then in the spring it blooms and blossoms and things grow. This is a lot of growth and a big change. Um, are you about to graduate? What's going on? Is there some, like, are you getting a master? I remember you were doing something in college, but there's something big. This is like, it feels like a major shift, almost like starting a new career, publishing a book. This is something really big. You have the Six of Cups here. So when it comes to what you're asking about, like in the love life stuff, I don't think it's someone new. I think it's someone that's been very cyclical in your life. So as far as the actual partner, potential partner, this feels like someone who's been around, right? So for that, I think you're not looking, you're not on the horizon for someone new coming in. But I will say, I really get the sense, just looking at these two majors, this feels, well, yeah, I know. We can't all be like Madison and have men throwing themselves at our feet right and left to where she doesn't even know who it could possibly be. But just kidding. So no, the one thing I will say about this card, this is a relationship that you've endured a lot of pain in, because if you just look at this card, this does not feel, it feels like there's a lot of passion and love between these two individuals, and it is something potentially past life, or definitely that's been cyclical and is a soulmate. But there's an energy here of, I know that was. There's an energy here of a little bit of sadness, like a melancholy between these two. So if that clues you in a little bit about who this is, there's a real melancholy in this connection, and it could be like a what might have been energy, or like we just can't ever seem to get on the same page, even if you're, like we were just talking about, on the same wavelength. If you can't get on the same page, that's tough. So I just want to let you know that I see that. And it's going to work out though. You do have, this is a relationship that has a lot of healing coming into it as well with the Four of Swords. And so with that healing coming in, again, it's someone that you've had a lot of ups and downs with, not necessarily anything terrible or that you can't. Yeah, we did the drawing, Lavinia. It's you can go back and watch it. We did it at about 5 minutes in, I think, or 10 minutes in, and Madison won, but I'm doing a second drawing from the same name, so you're going to have another chance to win on Friday, because I'm leaving your name and the names in there that are in there. So I'm going to draw again on Friday when I do the games and stuff. Okay, so whatever this is that's been so cyclical, it's on the verge. You're welcome. It's on the verge of a new cycle that's going to be a really good one, and it feels good. So yeah. Let's see what the Archangel card is. But for the reason I was mentioning, like the big changes, it feels like, hi Michelle. It feels like it could be something about something about a big change in your life is going to impact this relationship in a way that has something to do with the Four of Swords. So something about your growth, or your expansion, your personal expansion, is going to bring in enough healing to allow this relationship to enter into a new cycle. And we're talking about a major new cycle. The Wheel of Fortune isn't just like, yeah, let's try this again. The Wheel of Fortune is a big shift, a new cycle coming in that's like, it's like, a new chapter in the book, right? Archangel Sandalphon, love, and Archangel Jophiel, liberation. I feel like the liberation is not about personal liberation. I feel like you've already been in sort of a cycle where been becoming very liberated personally and really claiming your strength. I feel like the liberation is for this connection. I feel like as sort of a pair or a couple, that you and this soulmate connection, you have this liberation coming for your relationship. So it's like, it's gonna feel almost like finally we're getting what's fair. Like it almost feels like the Justice card type of energy. Like this finally, this is fairness coming our way. Yes, like thank you so much. This feels good. So just so you know, like this feels really, really good. And with Archangel Sandalphon and the energy of love, that is I think this is a great meditation, prayer, whatever I don't, call it what you want to call it. Connect to Archangel Sandalphon, and it's going to be a great energy that's going to open you up. It's one thing to be open to dating, having a good time, being on your game. But when you're really opening yourself up to love and all that that entails with another person, that requires a special connection. And that's what this is. But I think there needs to be a little bit of sort of a reconciliation, not between you and the person in the physical, but a spiritual reconciliation that's going to require sort of a review that you need to. The guidance is to talk to Sandalphon and ask for that help with the energy of love being healed, and that will lead to the liberation for the two of you. With Archangel Jophiel is going to lead that, and you're going to feel that freeing liberation for the connection. Like I said, both of you, it's that Wheel of Fortune turns. It's something big. You've got a major shift in your life that's not attached to this soulmate, but it's going to impact this connection. So I don't know. You tell me who it is. I don't know, but it feels like it's going to be really good. We might have to go deeper into this for your one-on-one reading. That we'll talk and see when you want to do it. But I'm pretty open. I think like Friday, probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I have one less reading to do because of that person who came in and said something about since Christmas. Go on. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay. Okay, cool. Yes, Anna, you can still make a love donation. So it's a $20 love offering to get a question, and if you want to get on the list for the drawing, it's a $25 love offering. The drawing is for a free 30-minute reading. So the 30-minute readings are $75 most of the time. I mean, unless they're on sale for some reason, and so that's you're saving 50. You're still getting your question for the $25, but you're also getting a reading, possibly a reading if you win. We've got 10 other people, so. But it's up to you. But yeah. You can do that. Nora, what is your question? Cash App. It is Cash App. The Cash App is $Ray of Light Tarot. All one word. $Ray of Light Tarot. Yeah, take your time. I've got a few more people on the list right now, or a couple more that I'm doing. So, who did I just say? Nora. Are there any messages from my guiding spirit and angels in regard to my romantic life? Okay. Okay. You're definitely on a path that's going to lead to success or victory, or I feel like it's going to lead to some sort of ending that you are really focused on or desiring. It's also a time right now, your energy is focused a lot on like collaboration. Um, what is this? Moving, like you've got the Three of Cups as an overall energy, right? This is an energy of, it's an energy of collaboration. In this card, it looks, yeah, partnership. Or in this card, it's like these two people are doing almost like an interpretive dance together. So it's very much about energy, the reciprocating of energy, and energy that mirrors each other and works together. So you've got that as your sort of your underlying sort of buzz right now. That's what's going on in your life. So to me, what that says to me is that's what you're sort of attracting to yourself. You're attracting an energy of someone who's going to be reciprocally loving to you as they're going to give you what you give to them. You're going to get back what you put into something. You do have the Five of Pentacles, so I don't know if you've recently been through either a breakup or you've just been really lonely. There's an energy of sort of feeling left out in the cold. This is a tough energy. You're coming out of that though. You're in a healing mode. You've got the Four of Swords here, so you are healing from this. But there is this energy of sort of almost feeling like very nomadic. And it may not be that you've been changing homes. It may be that you've just been feeling like you don't know where you belong. It feels very just kind of lost, like you're just kind of drifting, or were just in the recent past. So that's kind of tough. And so that's coming to an end, like most of my relationships. So that's coming to an end. You've got the Four of Swords. You're in healing mode. Keep doing whatever you're doing and keep focusing and learning more. Sort of expand the energy of how am I going to be in a place of healing? How am I going to be in a place of bringing the best things to me and, sort of not attracting negativity? And what you can do when negativity strikes or you get a feeling of something that even feels just a little bit negative, you can block it out. Just kind of go, we're not gonna engage in that today, because there does feel like there's about 3 people in your life that do kind of act in the role of energy vampire or energy drainer. Someone who, whether it's intentional or not, doesn't really matter. If someone's draining your energy, they got to go, right? There's some energy drains here. You are in healing mode though, and like I said, you're on the path of victory. So ultimately, I think your guides just want you to know that you've got someone really special. This may even be someone that already exists in your life on some level, but there's an energetic dance going on here, and you're moving toward something becoming more and more victorious. Really important with the Six of Pentacles behind that for you to focus on balancing all of the important aspects of your life, not leaving any box left unchecked. Cross all your T's, dot all your I's, all of that stuff. Mind your P's and Q's. Focus on your heart's desire. That's right there with the moon. Hello, sexy bunny Laura. Welcome. Focus on your heart's desire and spend some time, even if you don't have time or really the patience to meditate for a long period of time, just spend a little time each day in silence, closing your eyes and imagining what it's going to feel like to have the things in life that you want. That's all you have to do. Spend about 20 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds, feeling what it will feel like to have your heart's desires in your life. And then just kind of release it and say thank you and let it come in. Okay, that's the way to go with that. So let me get a Archangel card here. See what's going on. What's going on? Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. You got that healing that I want. It's like they say it in the song. Until the dawn, let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. We got this king size to ourselves. Don't have to share with no one else. Don't keep your secrets to yourself. It's Kama Sutra show and tell. I got to have you, girl. Okay, so you've got the energy of trust and courage with Archangels Uriel and Haniel. So yeah, I think that, I'm not sure what this is about. If you're going through some time where you're having trouble, thank you, Angel. That's sweet. I don't know if you're having trouble, sorry, Angel makes me smile. I don't know if you're having trouble sort of trusting, or if that's part of your issue is like, you're not having patience or trust. But these energies are going to help you a lot. So talk to Uriel, talk to Haniel, ask for assistance with your level of trust and your courage to sort of believe that it's going to happen. Like to just know, like you're going to get there, right? With whatever it is. Are you dreaming of your beach house in Barcelona? Because I know I am. And so if you're like, when's it going to be here? Just trust and have faith. Also have the courage to take action, whatever action you need to take to get there. Like, what do you need to do to make that happen, right? So think about that as well. Bon chance, bon chance, bon chance. That means good luck, good luck, good luck en français. Okay, guys, you just made my night. I live how readers sing. It makes me smile. Okay, well, that's good because it kind of embarrasses me when I can't help but sing. But it's good to sing. It's good to sing. Yeah, Shannon. I came through, Shannon. I got Kim. I got Shannon. I don't know if I have anyone else. Do I have anyone else? We got this king size to ourselves. Ooh, did you guys see Kobe Bryant's memorial service? Christina Aguilera sang the Ave Maria. It was really pretty. It was really beautiful. Yeah, you're next, Kim. We're just hanging out. Yeah, it was really good. You know who I think the best like famous singer that I've ever heard sing Ave Maria was probably Celine Dion. Except Celine Dion in the Ave Maria on her Christmas album, I remember it was like she did like half of it in English, and she didn't even like it. She was just made up, like a totally made up different. The Ave Maria, for people who don't know, who aren't Catholic, it's the Hail Mary prayer. The Ave Maria is the Hail Mary, but it's in Latin, and so because the Mass used to be in Latin, and so I mean that's what's beautiful about it is it's the prayer, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee, blah 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 blah. Anyway, but so it's kind of like I don't. It's not that it didn't sound pretty. The parts that Celine Dion sang in English that weren't the actual prayer, but were just made up verses, but it just seemed kind of redundant. Or as Madonna said about Lady Gaga, sort of reductive. It's kind of like Liza Minnelli would never sing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," her mom's most famous song, because she was like, "Why would you try to improve upon perfection?" That's kind of how I feel about her singing these made up English verses of the Ave Maria. Why would you try to make something better by making it worse? When something's perfect, just don't try to fix it. It's not broken. It's a beautiful song. That's why people sing it at weddings and funerals and church services and events for the last 2,000 years or whatever. So dumb. Okay, well I can go to Shannon if you want to just if you have to go. Oh, you are ready. Okay. Okay, so you're at a crossroads. Take me away. Is it worth staying? I don't understand what's going on in this relationship, Kim. It's funny. You've got a lot of shifting energies going on. You've got, again, this Five of Pentacles. It's this energy of feeling very, it's not adrift, this one. What is it? You don't feel left out in the cold or alone, but you're not surrounded and insulated by the people you want to be surrounded and insulated by. So it's like second best is not good enough type of feeling. I don't know what that's about. You got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands, and behind that is the Sun. So you're on the path towards some beautiful happiness. The Sun is a very masculine energy, right? Whereas the Moon is that divine feminine, that sort of hidden beneath the surface, very emotional energy. The Sun is very clear. It's very decisive. It's very declarative. So you're on the path toward the Sun. So go ahead and start being that way now. Start being declarative about what you want. Do I stay? Maybe if I get what I want, I'll stay. What do you want? King of Wands energy, whether it's about your partner, your person, or about you, it's an energy that both of you kind of need to embrace in different ways. Embodying it, your partner needs to embody it by being very clear and mature about what he wants from you and what he's willing to offer you, and also very passionate. I feel like he needs to realize he needs to lead with his passion right now more than ever. I'm getting some hot, hold on. This is really weird. Kim, I don't know if it's someone that was connected to you or related to you. It's like a 2-year-old child that died in a swimming pool. There's this, okay, this could have been a long time ago too. Um, First grade. That's a big difference between 2 and first grade. 7, it was 5 and 2. Okay. What's the message? I don't know how, who are you? I don't know how you're connected to this person. Ginger. Um, what's the message? There's a child's energy that I don't know if they drown in a pool or drown in the water, some kind of body of water or something. But yeah, young child, 7 years old. It was first two. It's 7, 5 and 2. Is that for 7 years old? Whatever it is, there's like this energy is all around you. And this child's energy that's around you is wanting you to, you know, let your inner child. Ginger was Ginger your name? Wants you to like allow your inner child to lead the way and to this decision. It's really not what's more important. You know what you want. But you know what you want. She's still your best friend and she is all like her energy is so. I started getting that hot flash thing that I get. And at first I was about to take my shirt off and then it's gone. I'm cooled off now because I gave you the message. So she is like such a strong presence. I mean, you saw how quick I knew it was a child and that she had drowned. She's just such a strong energy. She wants you to start making decisions based on that inner child and like you would if you were going after the things that a child wants. She wants you to just to go after your heart's desires and don't don't make any decisions based on fear. It's like she's saying that almost like she's stomping her feet. Don't make any decisions based on fear. Make your decisions based on love. Make your decisions based on what you want. Okay, so that's so important when. um, sorry guys, I'm so sorry. This is when this happens. It's super weird, but just make your decisions based on love and on that inner child and know that Ginger is all around you. Like if I'm feeling her over here and she's giving me hot flashes just to come through to you, it freaked me out a little bit. She's fine. Don't worry about that. That was probably as scary as drowning sounds. There was not a lot of pain involved, and you switch over to comfort and feeling an inner peace and calm so quickly. So she's all good. A lot of good energy. So don't worry about that, okay? And yeah, you've got some new beginnings coming in. She's like your cheerleader. I know. I love it when that happens. She's like your cheerleader. So just enjoy it, okay? So that's what that is. All right, I got to move on to your archangel cards and keep it going because thank you, Ginger. And let's see. Intuition. Yeah, listen to your intuition, Archangel Raziel. There's a lot of this is about getting all of your chakras aligned. You know, you see these like colors or auras, whatever it is. I don't know what it is that you see or how you sort of see these colors. There's a lot of need for you to really keep opening up your intuition. And obviously, if Ginger was able to come through to me for you, this is definitely someone who is your best friend, who's right here with you, and who's really just wants you to keep. The more you, I feel like it's a strong indication that the more you sort of act from that heart space and go after what your heart desires. Don't let the fear. No, just that needs to be your mantra. Write it on everything. Write it on your mirrors and lipstick, whatever. No decisions based on fear. okay? Your intuition's going to just blast open, right? I mean, my intuition, I was always a somewhat intuitive person, but man, I was running from this. From what I just did, I was running from that all my life. Taking drugs to not feel. I used to take drugs literally so I wouldn't feel what just happened because it freaked me out. And you know, it only does people good. You got a great message and a confirmation from that, and it's probably going to help you make this decision now because you're going to know exactly what to do. And your intuition is going to keep opening up because of doing that. The more you make decisions based on that thing instead of the fear-based decisions, and we all do as kids. I mean, as human beings. But we need to go inward and let that inner child guide us, not from the fear place, because the fear place comes into play too, but from that excited place. So really, really open up to that, because that's going to really allow you to do the work that you're here to do. And that's a big thing. So you're welcome. You're welcome, Kim. Thank you. Shannon is next. Shannon. Thank you, Rebecca. That's sweet. Hello, Aisha. Thank you, Angel. Going on a much needed vacay. Nice. I just want Spirit's advice on it the next several days. Okay. Love, love, share it on my channel. Oh, thank you, K-Moon. What are you creeping in here not saying hi? You little creeper. Hi, Jessica. Just know, sometimes when you get into these situations, this is you're going on this trip. Just remember, you're going on this vacation. Got it. You're going on these vacations to get away, to bond, to spend time being happy together. There is a little bit energy of potential conflict. You know, sometimes that's necessary. Maybe you guys need to get away to hash some things out and you just don't know it. But just don't let that, if there is some little bumps, some little blips, don't be a person, and I know you're not, but don't allow your kids to either. Just make sure that you lead the way on that example of not letting, a few minor things that need to be expressed or talked about or whatever to ruin a good time, and just keep it moving, because there is definitely some stuff here that feels like conflict that needs to be discussed. I do think that, someone is needing to really, really shift their focus from loss to what remains, because the Five of Cups is here and it's in reverse. So I definitely sense that someone really has got to sort of step back from, and I'm not getting that it's you. I don't know what this is. Someone's really there's a little bit of pessimism in this energy here. And so you need to have a conversation with somebody. And so I guess it's a child. It's gonna work out okay. You've got to sort of use your gift, use that intuition to sort of feel this out, whatever it is, and sort of try to nip this in the bud. Yeah, I guess so. That must be what it is. It feels really like I don't want him to ruin the trip. So I just want you to kind of be aware of that. You may find it hard to say whatever needs to be said, or to get him to discuss whatever needs to be discussed. The Two of Swords is here, and the Six of Swords is in reverse behind that. So there's like a real resistance here, of a real resistance for moving forward into like calmer waters. Someone wants to kind of stay in a zone of like this kind of attitude, and I don't know if it's directed at you or just at everyone right now, but I'm feeling this energy really strong. So just be aware of that. I think because you're coming out Queen of Cups, and I also noticed that she was holding the cup like this. So it's almost like you've decided you've got what you're learning to protect what you have, and you're trying to set this great example. And I think that's a good thing, but just know that it's not going to be so easy on this trip, but it's doable. And that's part of what you're doing here. Right, and that yellow, remember that yellow, that can represent friendship. So try to transition from sort of being that mother energy to more of a friend and an understanding energy. And I don't think, I'm not saying, I think you probably already have a tendency to do that anyway, which is a good thing, but there's the need for something like that. Just be aware of that. I don't get the feeling that you really need any other advice on this trip other than there's something to that. So I think if you kind of prepare for the opposite, prepare for things to be really good and sort of start envisioning really good conversations and sort of try to manifest yourself to be just the most wide open and not swayed. And if anything, maybe it needs to happen really quick. And just if there's anything that you feel out that needs to be discussed, let me see about the Archangel card and see if that helps us with this. So this is something that's actually already been dealt with. You've got Gabriel and Metatron both in reverse, miracles and benediction. Those energies are in reverse. So it's not about this being slow. This is stuff that's already been dealt with, but it applies to these things. And then you've got Raphael, communion, and Uriel, freedom. So you're moving from the things that you've already started, the things that that are kind of miraculous, that are the healing that's taking place. It's already been begun, that energy. So this is more about just sort of, it's almost like a maintenance. You're trying to bring something into communion and bring a new freedom into some relationships. And this is going to be a really nice opportunity for you to do that. Just be aware of anything that has to do with the things that you basically already sort of touched on when it came up. The tendency toward pessimism, maybe some issues because of the divorce, and just be aware that that's gonna rear itself, and you're gonna be prepared for it, know how to deal with it intuitively, and it's gonna be fine. You guys are on a great track, and this energy of freedom and communion tells me that you're gonna have a really nice time on this trip, and it's gonna be a great experience. The biggest thing is to sort of focus on that friendship, and yes, vulnerability, but don't assume that you need to even be so vulnerable. Now it's time to sort of say, okay, when you feel like you're maybe getting if you feel like anything's not necessarily fair, okay, that's not what we're doing here. We're just here to have fun and sort of bond and share a good experience as a family, but as friends also in this family. So I think that's a good energy to focus on for this trip. There's definitely some real stress to that though, Shannon, because I can feel it. You're welcome. Yeah. I think, is it Anna next? Who did I miss? Did I miss someone else? I think it's Anna, and that's it, right? Wait, I want to, before we go into, before I do Anna's question, Kim, would you share with, what do you, I noticed you do the colors thing. Kim, you said you saw some gray and a little yellow. What does that mean to you? Like when you see those colors, what is that? Is there a message that Shannon needs from that? Hi, Wendelin, darling. I mean, well, I'll just say to me though, like there's uncertainty but hope on the horizon. Yeah, and okay, that's yeah. And I also saw with the gray, it's a little bit of like to me like kind of breaking through, and the yellow breaking through it. To me, it's like breaking through sort of a tough emotional situation with sort of just focusing on the things in common with the people you love and friendship and those type of sort of um, cannot fail types of energies. You know, where there's love, there's not a lot of room for whatever this is. There's got to be hope here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Anna. Anna, thank you, Kim. Anna, what is your question? Is Anna here? Oh, Stephanie. I knew I missed somebody. Go ahead and throw your question up, Stephanie, and I will do Anna next, because I don't think she's here yet. I don't think she came back yet. I didn't expect to be on this long tonight. Okay, Anna, yeah, I'm going to do Stephanie or Anna. You can both go ahead and put your questions up. I'm going to do one at a time. Jai's here. Oh my gosh. Everybody say hey to Jai from Channel for Grace. Guys, if you are here, for a couple of you said you're here for the first time tonight, someone I recommend you follow is my friend Jai from Channel for Grace. She's in the chat. She is a very, very able astrologer, and you definitely want to check her out. Oh, K-Moon. Thank you, K-Moon. Welcome, Wendelin, to your first live. Thank you for being here. Okay, Anna. Now, Stephanie, I didn't see your question come up. So, Stephanie, throw your question up too. You can go ahead and throw yours up. Stephanie P. And then we'll do, so we're going to do, I'm going to do Anna, then Stephanie, then Kay. I know, Kay. Jai's, check out her new moon ceremony she just did. Really, really good, guys. Check it out. Okay. What is the most likely outcome of future energy for Anna and her ex-fiance? High Priestess. I know this, you know, the thing is, I know that what that's telling me is not really something you're looking for, because you're asking, are you going to get back together or not? But, you know, the High Priestess is just saying to remember, Anna, that, you know, a lot of times the things that you gain and the lessons you learn and what the things you gain spiritually mean so much more than the little minute or two of pain, or year, or whatever, of pain that we go through. You're growing so in touch with your higher self and with your sort of your nature as a divine feminine. You need to really trust your intuition right now. You've got an energy of building. So there is an energy of building, but there's some blockages here. What's interesting about this Two of Swords, you have the Two of Swords here. So there is some delays, but what's interesting, if you look at this Two of Swords, in that moon, you can see those two, they look like seagulls over the ocean. Those to me are like twins. They're like, or soulmates, or sort of reflecting and mirroring each other. They're just so on the same wavelength, and they're right one above the other. There's, what that tells me right inside that moon, you both want the same things. You both have the same heart's desire, right? It's all stored in that moon. Granted, someone's not making any movements right now. Someone's really blocked off, maybe resistant to this thing. There's a lot of resistance in the Two of Swords, but that's what I see in this card, in this deck specifically, is that there is a shared interest in the future. And that's so important, to have a shared desire and a shared plan and a shared, you know, interest in the future. I think that's what this Three of Pentacles is about. You both want to build something together. So that hasn't been lost, even though there's been a lot of loss and maybe a lot of setbacks. That has not been lost, and that's one of the most important things on this board for this reading, is that you both want the same thing. So with that being said, don't worry about that right now. I know it's hard to kind of shift your focus off of someone you love, especially when you're going through a difficult time. But with the High Priestess, it's really important for you to focus on your intuition, your truth, yourself, because when you balance yourself and when you start to work on yourself, you make yourself open and able to receive whatever the universe has to offer you. If you're not in balance and you're focusing on your partner and their issues and their problems and where are you guys going to get back together, you're not going to be in a place to be receptive to a good relationship. So you could even get back together, but if you were focusing on that the whole time, it's just going to cycle out to another breakup. So remember that. It's so important right now for you to really This is the major arcana here. This is what Spirit wants you to focus on. That's you. That's your intuition. That's yourself. That's your growth. This other stuff, yeah, you obviously share a lot of you know, future plans and desires. That hasn't changed. That part has not been broken. So know that. But know that your focus and where it needs to be is the most important thing right now. What's the Archangel card for Anna at this time? I don't even know where that went. Sorry, Anna. There it is. There. Sorry. Archangel Raphael, communion. Talk to Archangel Raphael. He's going to help heal your heart space, and he's going to bring you into communion, not only with your higher self, with Source, but ultimately with your partner. You guys are the two seagulls right beside each other inside that moon. I believe that. I think you feel that, and I think that you can trust in that. Don't expect that, because there's no guarantee when there's other people involved that they're going to join the party, right? But there is confirmation that that shared desire is here. It's very real. And what you can do is talk to Archangel Raphael about healing the energy of communion, healing your heart space, and helping you to be able to be in your best self so that whatever is meant for you has the opportunity to reach you. Okay? Stephanie P. Concerning love, what messages are coming in for me from Spirit tonight? Three of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Overall energy is justice. That's Libra energy, and it definitely represents everything that's happening or that you're sort of on the cusp of seeing happen in your life is a reflection of things that you have manifested, whether it's karma or anything else. It's happening as it should, and you're being called to remember that, to know that, and to just stay grateful for the good aspects of that, because there's good aspects and there's some not so fun aspects here that I see. You are, with this first card that really flew out with purpose, you're in an energy of building and completing a circle. Do you see that circle that's trying to be completed? It's not complete. It's about halfway there. Be careful, because you've got the Four of Cups here. So if I feel like this is about some kind of a romantic situation, and you or the partner in this, the other person in the energy, someone is bored or not focused on this connection. They're not, one of you is not on the connection page, the other one is. So the energy is to build, and you're going to get what you want. Whether it's what you are aware of that you're manifesting or not, just be aware that there is also a manifested energy of resistance. So this is a cyclical connection, potentially a past life soulmate. It's some kind of soul connection where, again, with this Six of Cups and the Cosmic Tarot, I definitely feel like it's an energy of two people who have a strong connection, but there's a little bit of melancholy to it. There's like this sort of sadness to the connection and this feeling of sort of shattered dreams, or things not quite working out the way that you would have liked, or something just not, it's like you're reaching for the brass ring, but you're not quite reaching it. So there is definitely an energy of you want to have some stick-to-itiveness here, at least spiritually, so that justice can come in, because you don't want to quit before you finish. And there's an energy somewhere in here for quitting or for abandoning ship. I don't think it's your energy, though. So whatever that energy is, just know that that energy can pass, because there's also an energy, just as much as there's an energy for abandoning ship, there's an energy for building. And it's on both sides, that building energy. So it's a mixed bag, and it is a connection that's very cyclical here. So when you have this kind of sadness, though, that can overwhelm any great love. The sadness can also overwhelm it. But there is, just as much as sadness, there's a desire to be fed and a desire to feed. Don't allow your energy to be drained by another person either, okay? None of that going on. But just remember, the overall energy is justice. That means the universe is in charge here, and it's bringing you what you truly deserve and desire. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that with this Four of Cups. what that says is this person's just not on, they're kind of not wanting to play anymore. Like they're bored. But you know what else the Four of Cups represents is a strong soul connection. Because what are they not paying attention to? The spiritual stuff. That's what they're kind of ignoring or pushing out. So it's there. You can't ignore it if it's not there. You can only ignore it if it's there, right? And so it's kind of one of those things where you just have to forget about that. I know that's, I keep saying this. This is like the broken record time. Much more easier said than done, right? It's not easy for me either. I've had times in my life where I've had to do that shit. But really, F that. If somebody doesn't see your worth, or can, this person, what did you say they did? They walked away, no event, no fight, just a sudden goodbye. Okay, well, bye. Don't let the door hit you. You know, like that's my attitude about that. Because you have got to, more than ever, when someone does that, your response needs to be to turn up the volume on reminding yourself of your worth, okay? Obviously, that person's not well aware of it, or if they are, they don't seem to, care enough to stick it out. So focus on your worth and keep building whatever it is that you're building. And if that person wants to come help, address whether you want to give them another chance or not at that time. But right now, don't lose focus on the things that you've built in your life that Spirit has been a part of. And remember, things are going to work out okay. Justice, the eyes of justice are shining down on this. So if you can just trust in that, it's all Gucci, you know? Can you trust in that? I hope so. You've got the Archangel Gabriel and the energy of inspiration. So, yeah, I understand. I get it. Heartbreaking, confusion, all of that stuff goes with that, right? But I'm sure I do. But go ahead and email me anyway, and just because I'm going to be looking for it tomorrow afternoon. So go ahead and send it to me anyway, Melinda. Thank you for retracting it. Gabriel, inspiration. You've got to talk to Archangel Gabriel. Ask for inspiration. If you're not feeling inspired, ask for it. You've got obvious help right here that wants to come in. Archangel Gabriel wants to appear to you and go, hey, let's start some good stuff, you know? So accept that. Thank you, Stephanie. Where is K? KKK. It is just you, C Stardustum. K, what is your question? You're welcome, Anna. I can certainly do my best. So, okay, so you're managing to walk between embracing fear so it doesn't rule me and cultivating true faith. I totally understand that, Kay. What is she resisting? What does she need to be aware of? Well, right off the bat, I really feel you're resisting stepping into what you truly are. I don't like to talk too much about certain catchwords and catchphrase like ascension and stuff because it gets sort of woo-woo and people totally can take it to a level that annoys the Virgo in me gets annoyed. The cynical, pragmatic Virgo in me gets really annoyed by people that take it to such a level. But there really is, in all honesty, it's almost like you're avoiding humans and angels are two different species. But that's what I sort of saw was like a vision of an angel. And it's not that you are becoming an angel, but there's something to do with your spiritual ascension or your growth into what you're becoming that you're kind of resistant to, afraid of. And it does involve love and work because you're afraid of the effect embracing the fullness of your gifts will have on both your love life and your material world. I don't know what that's about, but I can sense there's a lot of fear there. And so what are you doing? You can't just use your gifts like, okay, well, I'll do it to this point where it's going to serve a little bit and it's going to help people, but I'm comfortable with it. Growth only happens outside your comfort zone. You and I know this. And you can't avoid this growth. You've got to embrace this full tilt all the way, because you're not meant to be a small fish. You're meant to be a big fish, right? Okay, like a Moby Dick type fish that does big things and has and expands the collective's growth big time. And so you've got to come to terms with a, I don't give a damn what anyone in my love life thinks or in this world or that world thinks, because the right people that can see that I'm embracing my truth and my path will fall in line like toy soldiers. I mean, you can't avoid this. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I know that it's something that why are you appearing as an angel in my vision? Like, why am I literally seeing an angel as like this huge growth? This is why I trust you. No, but what is this? What is this? This is huge. It's like this very, there's an here's it. You know what it feels like though? I'm gonna have to get onto you a little bit, and I'm not gonna do too much because we're in a public forum. But I will say, I feel this expansion energy. You. It is scary. I'm not gonna lie. I get it. It's scary, and I resist it too sometimes. So smack my damn face too. But guess what? You've got this expansion energy trying to, it's like that dam's going to burst. So what are you going to do? You can't resist whatever this is. You've got to embrace, 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 and keep moving forward. Okay? You cannot be afraid of this. You can, no, it's Carrie Fisher. It's what Carrie Fisher always said. Be afraid. It's okay to be afraid, but do it anyway. Be afraid the whole time, but you damn well better do what you're afraid of. So that's what it is. Let me pull some cards for you. Sorry. Six of Swords. And what's so funny is everything you're afraid of and what it might do, it's going to do, the opposite is going to happen. People are going to be inspired, even people you may not expect are going to be inspired by your will to trust in Source, your ability and willingness to go that extra mile. You've got the Lover's card as an outcome card. Yeah, there's the choice involved there, but there's also some really good things happening, Kay. And you've also got the Six of Swords. What is that? That's moving into those calmer waters. And in this deck, look, there's a lot of balance here. What is that? That's that world energy, right? Completing of a cycle and a circle. A lot of the things that you've been waiting for how long now to come to a completion, they're not going to complete until you give in to the fear and go and allow yourself to expand to the level where you give in to your gifts and become the healer in all aspects of life that you're actually destined to be. See, here's the thing. It's not like it's a catch-22 where you're stuck if you don't do it. No, you can have a great life and still be okay. Thank you, Kim, for the love donation. I appreciate it. You're okay. Nothing bad. But there's certain things within you that aren't going to heal until you give in to this all the way. You've got the Four of Swords here. There's this healing energy that's taking place. The Ten of Wands, there's this burdensome cycle you can't let go of. And you're not going to heal this stuff. You're not going to let go of this stuff until you allow this in. It's like, I know this is going to be major cheese, but I don't care. It's so true. I remember, I love Star Wars, and I remember when The Force Awakens came out. Force Awakens was meh as a movie, but it had a great trailer. And at the end of the trailer, Princess Leia says to like the new girl that's a new Jedi, she says, "The Force, it's calling to you. Just let it in." And that's how I feel about you. It's like the Force is calling to you. Just let it in. You're so gifted and you're doing so much, but you haven't fully surrendered. Spirit can't work with us halfway. We have to fully surrender. And I admit, I will hold my hand up and be the first to admit that I don't fully surrender every day. There are some days that I want to stomp my feet and be a 2-year-old and, give my middle finger to Spirit because I'm a brat like that. But you know what? Those days don't turn out so well for me. The days when I surrender and when I give myself over to what's true and to what I know in my heart, those days work out a lot better. I feel a lot better in life, and it's good to have more of those days than the other kind. You've got to give in to whatever it is that you're resisting. Rebecca's trying to make me sing. Stop it, Rebecca. Amber, that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. Now, the next thing is to mean it, to follow up that emotional display with action and consistent action, right? A consistent response. Uriel, freedom. Haniel, courage. And Sandalphon, evolution. I mean, come on. Okay. There is a lot of resistance. You'll get it all the way in the replay because it's on your end and not mine. You'll get it all the way on the replay, so make sure you watch the replay. But yeah, look at this. Archangel Uriel, freedom. Archangel Haniel, courage. And Archangel Sandalphon, evolution. This is where you're at. Talk to them. Deal with this. You're awesome. I love you. You're going to be good. You're going to be good. You're good, good, good. Also, I want you to think about like, yeah, watch the replay. Kim, I want you to think about, yeah, that Kim got a great message. I did some mediumship tonight. It was kind of fun. I don't try to do mediumship. I've learned to really listen when it's coming through. So I'm opening up. See, I'm having to be brave and open up to mediumship more and more, Kay. So I get it. I mean, I don't want people like, I don't like people to think I'm crazy. Nice, Amber. Okay, so anyway, yes, this is what you got to do. Be brave. We got to be brave together, Kay. Give the city my love. And keep a seat warm for me up there. I think that's it. Is there anyone else? Exactly. I get it. I really get it, Kay. But you know what? The thing is, it's not crazy. I mean, it is crazy, but it's real. I mean, it's so real that like when these things come through and the confirmation comes through and then you just have to start to, and then, the more you trust it, the more that the confirmation comes through. You just have to trust the unseen. And, people didn't believe in electricity until that energy was harnessed. And now I'm looking at a light right there on my desk and it's real, right? And you wouldn't be able to see me without electricity, right? When they couldn't see it, they didn't believe in it. It was already there. I'm actually closing out Marie. I don't see Marie. Where is Marie? Oh, spiritual baddie. I would love a read. How do I donate? So unfortunately, spiritual baddie, I am donezo for the night. I've like, my energy drains really quick, especially when I do one after the other. So I have to call it quits. But the good news is I will be back on Friday and we're going to be playing some games. There will be opportunities to win free mini readings. And if you want to donate to get on the list for the drawing, it's a $25 love donation. Or if you just want to ask a question like everyone's been doing, you can just donate 20, whichever you want. But anyone who donated 25 tonight, you will be added to this pink picture and you'll have the chance to win a free 30-minute one-on-one reading with yours truly on Friday. Thank you, Angel. I will. Okay, Loca. You're welcome, Kay. We need to talk. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Namaste.